already did that. Fine. Let's go ahead over here. Here we are. Friendly one. This one asks a favor. Bumbling one spends all day sleeping on paper stack pillow, yes? This one thought to put that one to work. This one gives Bumbling one needle and thread, and Bumbling one pricks fingers and starts screaming and sobbing. This one head still hurts. So this one finds simple task. Ask Bumbling one to go collect leaves for Noxio. Simple, yes. But Bumbling one does not return. This one isn't enough of Bumbling one's bumblings. But Noxio is concerned. Friendly one should go talk to concerned one. Okay, so we gotta go talk to somebody, and this should be the next upgrade for the sylphs. What do you have to say? This one is not Noxio, Leaf Crafter. Walking one is sent by Omuxio, yes? This one is thankful. Omuxio placed Four-Eyed One in one's care. Asked this one to find work that Four-Eyed One would not bumble. So this one sent Four-Eyed One to search for leaves of great shelter tree. This one casts see-through spell on Four-Eyed One for safe return, but night turned to day and this one is nowhere to be seen. To suspect Four-Eyed One is see-through no more and shakes and shivers behind tree somewhere. Four-Eyed One is useless, but does not deserve to die. Please find Four-Eyed One, friendly one. Okay, so let's get this knocked out real quick. And then... I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do today. Probably do a bit of story, but I got a lot of stuff. I got the stuff to turn in as well, so... How are we doing on currency? We have none. Alright, that's fine. Oh, friend, ever a sight for sore eyes you are. Pray forgive me, I was just on my way back from collecting leaves for my dear friend Noxio. I must have harvested quite a haul when I somehow lost my way. Next thing I know, my transparency spell had worn off, and that means all those nasty forest critters can see us, yes? Let's say we return a little solstice as quickly as... Okay. That's fine. Friendly one is back so soon. Is chosen one safe and sound? But friendly one only now returns to this one? Say bumbling one but moments ago? That cannot be. Friendly one was here moments ago. Told us the friendly one would look after... God, how could this one be so foolish? This one has terrible feeling. Must see Elder at once. Are these one's eyes to be believed? Chosen one's podling, stolen from this one's care. Brave one steals chosen one from us, but why? Was Brave one fooling these ones all along? This one thinks gray-haired ones need new spectacles. Well, I'll be friend. You never told me you had a twin brother. One is surrounded by fools. Makes this one task all the easier. Chosen one. Foolish ones are foolish indeed to try to outwit this one, but worry not, foolish one. Chosen one podling is safe in hands of this one. The podling trembles with power. The time of rebirth draws near. Yes, at long last, this one will finally reclaim the forest for these ones. With chosen one's power, these ones will be pushed aside by walking ones no longer. Yes, this one will teach the chosen one the way of the Almighty One, Lord Ramu. This one will teach chosen one all of those who are enemy of these ones, walking ones, steel ones, treacherous ones. This one will destroy every one. Okay, so they've gotten the pod back, which is not good. So if Chosen One is born in Duxio's care, it is not just these ones who will suffer. Everyone will be in danger. These ones must find Chosen One, but where to look? Of course, only Walking One had spent Real Smart One instead of bumbling Four-Eyed One. But this one will think of someone, Broman. Please help defend these ones home against Touch One's attack. These ones have no one else to turn to. Okay, so now we're friendly with them. Okay, so we just have dyes. Okay, so we have a thing we can buy that's an orchestral roll, but I'm pretty sure either on the next one or the one after, we might actually have be able to buy a mount from them. So what do I need to do here? Use the pumpkin bomb. So I need to keep an eye out for any of the plants that restore my strength, because we're already down to 30 seconds, which isn't great. Unfortunately, I'm not really seeing any of them. This is a problem. Okay, so there's one over there. Hoping these guys don't... Ah, fuck, they do. Fuck. Okay. Can we get over there real quick before... Good. There we go. Get out of here. What am I looking for here? This one has sticky situation. Slay the violent cells south of the... Okay. Fine. On. We need to fight one more tree. Oh, you know what would help? If I actually... there we go. I am not sure why that wasn't showing. It's cool. It's whatever. Okay, so what next? We just have to use the lubricant solution on, well, the gate maws, and then throw some bombs at a couple of suspicious stuff. What do we have over here? Oh. Like right here, no? No reason for you. Okay, can you not? I'm in the middle of something. Okay, that's done. We just gotta rescue one more self, and that should be it for Beast Tribe quests. I think I have like one more, but honestly, one's not worth doing. Okay, so let's go turn on the Sin real quick. Now let's see, what do we got? We still have to do Fear and Odin in the Shroud, so we could probably queue up for that real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and queue up. Duty Finder, Trials, Horse Front, and then while we're waiting for that, we'll go over here to Roly Pulmonade. Pleasure, Sergeant Hart. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, that is something I also have to check as well.
Giddy of Doma, I'm honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped. and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domans Lady Ugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Moral of the story, don't trust Olafels. Hunt them whenever you see them. They're all bad. As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind. He always would like to change it. Often I've wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things could be so incapable of seeing the value of people. I will waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Alright. I believe that's just right by the right plaza, so we can just teleport right there. I can't get a promotion, so there we go. Our Sergeant Second Class. With the power vested in me, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Flame Sergeant Second Class. By this promotion, you're now eligible to undertake expert delivery missions. May you fight for the blast to the last for Coin and Country. To bolster the strength, the Gland companies already seek donations of rare items, acceptable items which are sellable. These things are not in yellow, and their need in the help window. Etheric gear is an example of such. You should make a donation. Speak with the Grand Company Quartermaster. Complete the delivery. Got it. Okay, so I need 7,000 for the next upgrade. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving in the matter be that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor Orlimsa Lamenta or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. God's thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope for better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by concerns of the great nations. Minfilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe there is it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not when my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for Sultana to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhaps, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yagiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanode. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of Seventh Dawn, stand in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequently by mercenaries and other men of action, but lack the comforts of a well-established settlements. However, the leader of Revenant's Toll has been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have the need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier lines, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save but food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those of which you yourself proposed, Lady Yagiri. Although I'll not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we would gladly accept. Master Alphanode, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. Before that, there remains the matter of how they may be safely boarded to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance in their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Lions. Lady Yagiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Alright. Let's head over here, see what Alphino has to say. Still waiting on the queue for Odin, which shouldn't be too much longer. And then, well, I guess we'll see what we do next. Probably, I kind of want to save the Rise and Fall of a Gentleman for a bit. But maybe we can do... What the hell is Camp Skull Valley? I don't know what a lot of these are. I know the Weaponsmith the Legend is the ultimate weapon. Or, not our ultimate weapon. We are concerned that the Domans refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momode has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time they are ready to set out for Mordona. They're hardy enough for travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay within until they regain their strength. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a small number, mayhaps it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of 77 caravans of the on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contact negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it's the least I could do. Come what may, you shall have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yagiri. And you have Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like you all have work to do. Lady Yagiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I entrust the task of escorting the Doman friends to you. You've rested on your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? And I don't think that's actually better than what I currently have. So just pass on that. It would have been a little bit better. Alright. As we speak, the Domans prepared for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. Instead, they have all been decided rather suddenly. It would not surprise me if the refugees require some assistance in coordinating the preparations. Lions, I would have you visit Vesper Bay and facilitate the process to tasks great and small. In short, whatever you must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Aguirre tells it, he's been designated leader of the first group. Okay, so now we go to Vesper Bay. You good? What? Without me? Without me? Who do I need to speak to? Here you are. Greetings, Alpha Node informed me that a sign would be arriving to help with our preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. Great warriors should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but I may trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care. They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight. Perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozen. He can tell you more. Okay, so now we gotta play hide and seek with a bunch of kids. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear you'll be traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. Need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still hiding, since Lady Aguirre told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Alright, so we gotta track them down. I think there's like one back here. Hey, you're not Yozen, who are you? I'm Kaharu, Lionheart, eh? I don't know anyone else, but... Wait a minute. You're one of those stallions, aren't you? No, science. That means you must know Lady Aguirre, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Alright, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Lionheart. Another child over here. How did you find me? I just need more practice. Or maybe you're good at this. I mean, the Garlands didn't find me. Okay, so we should be inside the city walls, so we shouldn't have to go too far. You shouldn't be anywhere that you can't get to by ground. Fuck is a crafting tome vendor? What are you? Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Just make sure he's not inside one of the buildings. Oh, there he is. Are you playing? No fair. Yosen didn't say anything about adults. Huh? Get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know, it sounds scary, but if Yosen says it's safe, I'll go. Wonderful. All the children are counted? Hide and seek. I see you were curious. It's quite simple, really. The Yagiri thought it best the children know what to do in case the Guardians found us. I should hope these are behind us, but nevertheless I take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, will be traveling the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give me great comfort if you'd agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Alright. Try to make a little bit more progress in story, and we're still waiting on Odin, which is fun. You're to be off, are you? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blades says we might have trouble. A fierce-looking beastie has been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Maybe someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, and it doesn't pay to gamble in this business. I know you can handle yourself in a fight. This lot's here's another story, so I was thinking you might go patrol ahead and take a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road's there safe, so I reckon you can make it far on our own, assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. So where exactly am I going? Really not sure what could be so dangerous out here. Okay. We got a random void scent. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Well fought, sir. Well fought. If only we were in better health, I would have been proud to stand up at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets his responsibility, preludes his acts of daring do. Be as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon our heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. We cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Yagiri's kinsmen, at least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was all in vain. She had every right to walk away, and she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of better life. All this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? And kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we will do it without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Remnant's soul will grow and prosper by our hands. Hey, Mr. Lyons. Kuro and I wanted to know why you became an adventurer. To go where the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow a lot in lots of places? My turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Lyons. I got a question. What's Revenant Toll like? Is it pretty? It is home to the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, so you live there with your friends. That means you'll be there to protect us. Enough, Koro. It's my turn again. Mr. Lyons, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Seek out new experiences and adventures. Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. Alright, that's enough questions for Mr. Lyons. It's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Fuck no, I'm the hero of light. I'm the main character. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Lyons. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get the Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventure guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Lyons and Lady Yagiri. Just like Mr. Lyons and Lady Yagiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Okay, so where are we going? I gotta speak with the Alpha Node of the Quicksand, which should be in Ul'dah. Lions, I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yagiri should travel the Revenant's Toll forthwith. This past time, Lady Yagiri met with the guild representative in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Danalan which might require our most personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. First speak with Safborn upon your arrival. He's one of whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yagiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for which is to come. Safe travels, Lion. Okay, I need to step away from the computer for a second, but I also worried that the second I do that, because this game loves to fuck with me, the second I step away, it's gonna pop the queue. Okay, we just lost the healer, so maybe it won't be that bad. I'll be right back, and hopefully it doesn't pop by the time I come back. Okay, miraculously it didn't actually go off, which means to tell me no one is really running this, because we've already been waiting like 40 minutes, which is ridiculous. It's very possible this is one of the things that isn't run anymore. And if it's not, one of the things I could probably do, Party Finder... We're gonna go Trials, we're gonna do Worst Front. Duty Completion... if we need to, we could probably set that up. Ah, this must be the esteemed Lady Yagiri and her associates. I greet you and all your friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. Hope you do not find our breadth of fineries off-putting, for though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed do not enter into here. We all welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no stranger to hard work, Master Southbourne. You may rest assured that we will carry out our orders with due diligence. Oh no, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Southbourne. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the Ascendant. 7 hells, Lions. Why are you wasting your time with me? Cede him to the Rising Stones. Okay, if that's not clicked within the hour, I'm going to probably remove myself from that and try to do something else. Because there's no reason it should be an hour wait on that. Oh, wait. I need to go speak to Yagiri first. My bad. I got ahead of myself. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. I shall join you in the Rising Stones anon. Is no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to be met with failure. Oriange has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We must persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but waiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I'm given to understand they have been quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhaps you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be it as it may, I cannot ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it's within our powers to help them. Lady Yagiri is here. Please show her in. I'd very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how we might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant Soul could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it's been a pleasure at Descendant. Alas, we have taken our leave as the first carriages are due to arrive any moment. Should you require aught else, please speak with Southbourne, Lady Yagiri, Lions. Lem and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival, though I must admit I'm still troubled by the matter of the missing crystals. Yashola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Perhaps you could go wait here and speak with her upon her arrival?
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja, yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, Unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the Echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
So what do we got? Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, may very well think that the eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there's a chance that Primal's return may be prevented, we must needs bend all efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, we must hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not be idle in her intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. So now we go to Limsa Lominsa. I want to head over there real quick, just to make sure. I don't know if I picked up the Beast Tribe quest for the Shahagan and No, I didn't pick him up. Crap. Lions, I know what brings you to Maelstrom Command this day, but I can hardly fault you for timing. There we go. Aye, we got a situation in our hands, we do. Not long days ago, a convoy of ours were ambushed en route to Limsa, and a godly shipment of saltpeter plundered from our very hands. The scurvy dogs responsible for the act struck swiftly and under darkness. We have to figure out who they are, not just bring them to justice. Saltpeter, as you may know, is a key ingredient in a fashion fire sand. Whatever our foes might be plotting, like as not, it involves a hearty share of fiery death and destruction. Command has dispatched an entire regiment to the field to investigate, but clues proved harder to come by than a half-decent pint of ale at sea. Leading the investigation is a good comrade of mine. While I'd like nothing more than to lend the strength to your search, I can't very well shirk me duties here. If you find yourself itching for adventure, you could do worse than to make yourself a swift perch. I seek out one Lieutenant Skatewise. Just say that Triratch sent you. Okay. So what is this, and why is like everyone wearing it? Okay. Your hearing must be exceptional, If you did not overhear the Link Pearl report, then why? Well, no matter. You are here now. We could certainly use your aid. I've received word that raiders have sunk a civilian vessel on the Strait of Melithor. One of our warships is en route as we speak. I fear there will be little left by the time you find them. I'm uncomfortably familiar with tales of pirate looting, even commandeering their targets, but to sink the ship entirely, excessively brutal act even for a buccaneer. No, I'd wager cold hard coin that these thrice damned fishbacks are behind this. Them and their serpent reaver lackeys. The Shoggun have much to answer for. Vengeance will be forthcoming. Let us first focus on rescuing what poor souls we may. While our warship scours the waters, I would have you head to eastern La Sencia and look for any survivors washed up on the sands of Bloodshore. One of the soldiers, Private Wilfak, will be deployed to coordinate the search. Speak with him when you arrive, and he will direct your efforts to where they are most needed. May Lemian guide your steps. Okay, so clearly this isn't... We're gonna have to withdraw from that, because... You know what? Oh, we don't have a tune there yet. Okay, go to Aleport first. Might as well knock these out real quick. These are the last two beast tribes that I haven't even touched yet. Much like the Amalja. What still haven't I done? We've done Copper Bell, done Lost City, so we can probably do that real quick. Layman, take the lot of you. You'd have me believe there's not a single piece of evidence this godforsaken Hamlet? Who might you be? Venture come on behalf of old Trakret? Who said I was looking for help, anyway? Trakret did. I'll have you both know it's all clear skies and smooth sailings here. I was just about to file a report to... I ain't fooling anyone. A good tons of saltpeter's been snatched from our hands, just like as not by someone who can use it to sink our fair laments into the bottom of the sea. Alright, I'll share you what men have gleaned, and though I warn you, it ain't much. Given the scope of the act, we believe it was a coordinated effort by a well-trained group. What's more, given the sheer speed at which the scurvy thieves vanished from our sight, I reckon they have knowledge of passages unknown to us. I had me hopes of when my men found something, but they had no such luck. What say you? Care to have a look around and see if you can find evidence me half-blind and thrice daft subordinates couldn't? It's just like right behind here. Lion, was it? Well, find any evidence that could shed some light on our investigation? What do we have here? A pickaxe, and a rather sorry-looking one at that. Do you reckon this was left behind by the perpetrators? In the time of the Maelstrom, I confronted just about every pirate, brigand, and highwayman in these parts, not known any of them to employ a tool like this. I'd wager more than a round at the wrench that our company of grubby little thieves ain't no ordinary men. It's all becoming clear to me. And yourself, no doubt. Tell me, Lions, who would you be thinking what I'm thinking? Conniving kobolds. I knew you were a sharp one. The moment I laid my eyes on the pickaxe you found, my mind was convinced. The primitive make of this tool and all too healthy interest in explosives, all signs point to rat-faced rapscallions behind being all this. It's so bloody obvious now I think about it, almost kick myself. Be good for nothing men, for not coming to this conclusion sooner. This is hardly a time for wrangling. No, we must strike quickly if we mean to reclaim what's ours. Camp Overlook is our front line of defense against those tunnel-bowering thieves. If anyone has a notion of where they've taken the saltpeter and how they plan to use it, it'll be Commander Belden. I'm off to deliver my report. And I have a hunch our job's only just begun. Till you come along, Lions. You're the first capable man I've worked with today. Damn. No love for anyone else. Okay, so let's head over here. Make a quick adventure. As you can see, I've got my hands full with this our little friend here. It's an outrage, a farce, and an atrocity, an outrage. This is an insult, and we kobolds will not stand for it. No, stand no more. You've not the legs to stand it if you don't quit blabbing and spill the truth about what it is you scurvy rats are plotting. Plotting? There is no plotting. No, we not plot nothing. Nothing. Enough. Unlike you and your ilk, I've got a working pair of eyes and at least half of me wits about me. You think I've not seen you blasting and scurrying around Ogomoro of late? Commander Boaden, sir. Excuse us. I'm sorry you said it. It's a treat to see me, old trainee. I fear a Bruin kobold plot demanded my attention. Lions here and I might just be able to help with that. Commander, I trust you've heard the news of our missing shipment of saltpeter? So soon she knows. This cannot be. No, it cannot be. I knew it. Your endless tongue waggling has finally dug your own grave. It's not us. No, not us. It was them. Yes, them. What nonsense is this? Beady eyes, frizzled tail, a punishment for causing us trouble. A kobold's a kobold. No, this is not so. No, not so. These are kobold, and then there are kobolds. Then there are kobolds still. It is the low ones who stole our precious saltpeter. The ones who live down beneath and below. Come to think of it, me scouts didn't mention a particular scraggly band of kobolds who seem to have made their home at the cliff base. Yes, this is the place. That is their home. Home of the 789th. They're the worst of the worst. They're most stinky, smelly, scummy, stinky, and ugly too. Commander, as a presiding officer in this investigation, I request permission to go below and investigate the so-called 789th. Furthermore, I would enlist this adventurer to help me. He's proven himself capable, and would seem he'd be up against a worthy foe. As you please, Lieutenant, but I warn you, be careful down there. The sight of a kobold won't strike fear in anyone's heart, but their bite and their bombs are a far sight worse than their bark. Understood, Commander. We will not let them down, and with that, I take my leave, till sea swallows all. Well, Lions, are you ready to take on the scurviest band of kobolds in Lost Uncia? You best be, because I'm counting on you to make yourself useful. I'm having no luck with cues, like goddamn. Okay, let's go knock this out a little bit, and then do the Shahagan one. I'm just gonna clear up my quest log. Well, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3 crates of saltpeter. It seems our kobold's informant spoke true. What the? Surrounded. Stand ready, Lions. Or you just stand there squeaking at me all night? Fight with honor or die like the rats you are. Are there no alternatives, choices, options, alternatives, such as perhaps surrender? Yes, yes, we surrender. We surrender. Did you just say surrender? Yes, yes, we surrender. Yield, submit, surrender. What in the seven hells? I have an inkling as to why then wherefores, and it seems the notorious 79th is keen to return to plunder without so much a fight. I, for one, would have been opposed to cracking a few kobold skulls, but considering the strained relations between limps, elements, and the little buggers these days, who can argue with the good diplomacy? Anyway, I'll report back to Commander Belden and arrange for transport of supplies. Aye, with a reliable escort this time. In the meantime, why don't you ask around and see what can be learned about these new neighbors? After all, they don't seem as imposing as I expected, their leader least of all. Best of luck, Lion, till sea swallows all. You're still here. We've surrendered, yes? Yielded, submitted, surrendered? You'll not hurt us, yes? Phew, I'm relieved, reassured, relaxed, relieved. Who am I, you ask? I'm Gigu, and Gigu is foreman of 789th, leader in name, yes, but no more. No more. For in truth, no one listens to Gigu. Gigu is ignored, invisible, insulted, ignored, incompetent too. 789th stole our precious boom powder, yes, we did, and yet we had good cause for doing so. An excuse, a reason, a cause. Ours is a peaceful order by nature. The 789th troubled no one, and no one's troubled us, not until now. Now we are driven to the tunnels and exiled to this place that stink of soil and seawater. But you are you are a stranger. I ramble too much too soon. No, I will speak no more. Go down and leave Gigu to his suffering, his pain, his shame, his suffering. You're still here, yes? Yes, you are. You would hear the sad tale of Gigu and the 789th? Then listen and weep. Sob, cry, weep. You think you people will have it tough? You know nothing at all. Ours is a world of kobold eat kobold. Yes, ours is a constant struggle, a labor, a toll, a struggle for survival. Dig and dig we do. Dig for ore and riches. Dig well and we are rewarded. Better digs are given us, and more weight to our words carry. Dig poorly and we are shunned, reviled, scorned, shunned. You know that kobold orders have numbers, yes? Yes, you know. The smaller the number, the greater the order. You find this curious. This is the kobold way. How many orders, you ask? Yes, how many? 789 we have. Not one more. We exist on the backside of the kobold society. The bottom, the rear, the backside. And for the tunnels we are driven. Dig more and find more. Make more wealth for our betters. Then you can come home, they say. This dry vein holds no treasure, no nothing. Meanwhile our kin in the Gumaro hoard treasure so great they toss Gil away, toss it away like garbage. Yes, their trash is our treasure. Any moment now we will be judged in our hall, and our sack is empty, barren, bare, empty. Let's go down and dig and bring back something. Anything for us, I beg of you. Yes, even the shabbiest scraps will do. Now we just need to come over here. So there should be one more somewhere. There you are. From dawn and dusk till dawn do we dig, and yet our barrels are empty. Bare and empty. You're not welcome down below, but you will find something for us, yes. Yes, you must. Could it be? Yes. Yes, it could. Why, these dirty lumps? Chunks, scrapped, lumps exceed our hull by at least past 3 moons. You have my thanks, adventurer, my gratitude. Oh, but you must not leave so soon. No longer you must stay, persist, sojourn, stay. Stay until Zoga has come and gone. Who is Zoga, you ask? Zoga is giant among kobolds, a beast, a brute, a giant. So smart and strong is Zoga, that his order surges to the top of the ranks. Zoga will lead us to a new era of prosperity, or so Zoga claims. But this is sham. Yes, Zoga only cares for Zoga. Weak you are, Zoga will use you, then throw you away. And Zoga stomp all over all of us, tramples, stamps, stomps. That's why you must stay, adventure. Stay and watch over us in the shadows. I can't even get a lost city of Ampapor. Jesus. Okay. This place reeks, stinks, smells, reeks. You said you were taking us to a steam bath, you big fat liar. A cheat, a fraud, a liar. Stop your bloody squawking. Work before pleasure. Or do you know how to join the riffraff in the rotten trash heap? No, I think not. Greetings, Zoga. How kind of you to visit our humble dig. I must say you're looking exceptionally impressive today. Imposing, overwhelming, overbearing. Yeah, and you're looking as scruffy as ever, whatever your name was. But enough talk. My time's worth more than your sorry hide. Let's see what you got for me. Is this your monthly haul, or what popped out of your asshole this morning? Once a sluggard, always a sluggard. Straggler, sloth, sluggards, the lot of you. 79th are no sluggers, Zoga. No, not a one. Every day we toil in the mines, slave, sweat, toil from dawn till dusk, as we set down our pickaxes only to eat, to sleep, eat and sleep. Eat, sleep? Seems we have a misunderstanding here. A mistake, a misconception, a misunderstanding. Food, sleep? These are luxuries, comforts, indulgences, luxuries. And luxuries, yes. Luxuries are for kobolds who can dig their own weight. You are nothing, you deserve nothing. You are nothing. No rations for a month until you increase your hull 100-fold, whichever comes last. But Zoga, you're already weak and hungry. Cut off our food supply and we will starve, wither, and die. And die, yes, die. Each day you live, you breathe our air and eat our food. Give nothing in return. You are a parasite, Gigu. A leech, a sponge, a parasite. Your very existence keeps us from achieving our potential. But I can think of one way we might have used you. Yes, the shriveled carcasses of you and your lot will feed our furnaces. Fodder, fuel, feed for our betters. You cannot mean what you say, Zoga. No, this is some cruel joke, a jest, The only joke around here is you, Gigu. I will not repeat myself this time. 100-fold. An ounce less and you'll be first to burn. Singe, sizzle, burn. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. It's so annoying. We still gotta mimic it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my god, come on! This is super fucking annoying. I only died because somebody else grabbed an ad they shouldn't have grabbed. And I'm not being healed. Oh, you're gonna finally give me a res over here? Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I gotta be honest, I don't quite remember how we gotta do this. Did anyone get that? Oh no, nobody grabbed it. Oh, you bastard. I was a little worried that was going to go away, but we got it in time, so that's fine. That wasn't too bad. Well, try rewatching this scene. The only joke around here is you, Gigu. I will not repeat myself this time. 100-fold. An ounce less, and you'll be the first to burn. Singe, sizzle, burn. Let's go, ladies. Yes, yes, a cinch of sloth. Such sloth and stupidity. And this dump is making me sick. Remember, ladies, this is the fate who don't dig their own weight. I believe it's time for the steam bath. Okay, so I had like not even like 5 more seconds. Alright, let's queue up for the other dungeon I still have to do, which should be the Sunken Temple. Oh, woe is me, misery, misfortune, woe. And the 7 hells just happened. I come back from Camp Overlook, only see some overstuffed kobolds strutting around like he owns the place. You are not wrong. No, your words are true. Zogar leads the 13th, yes? And has many friends and followers in Ogumaro. His power grows with each day, and each day one less kobold challenges the word of Zogar. Soon, none will be able to oppose him. No, not a one. So what are you saying? That you're just gonna let him up, that self-styled tyrant, walk all over you? Yes, we have no choice, no recourse, no refuge. What kind of answer is that? Ain't you got a bloody shed of dignity in your whole body? No, I do not. Look, I don't know your kobold hierarchies from a hole in the ground. What I do know is if anyone talked to me like that, I go to 7 hells and back to cut him down to size. But you are strong, bold, brave, strong, and I am... Let me have mercy. I can't stand to look at you, sorry lot of you. Are you kobolds or dormice? Look, you might have the spine to stand up for yourselves, but Lion and I sure as hell do. Ain't that right, Lions? Just tell me where we can find that Zogar. You know not what you say. No, you know nothing. It is pure madness to oppose Zogar. Folly, insanity, madness. The only thing that's driving me mad is your endless wailing. That settles it. I'm not leaving the stinking hole till Zogar falls in and his knees before me begging for mercy. No end ifs or buts about it. But... Did you just say something? No, nothing at all. Zogar does not suffer opposition lightly. No, not in the least. If we cross him, we will be crushed. We are doomed. Cursed, damned, doomed. Oh, adventure, do not leave us. No, you mustn't go. The Rogdan woman frightens me even more than Zogar. Horrifies, terrifies, frightens. We have no choice. No, we have none. You will protect us from Zogar's bowling, yes? Yes, you will. Eagerly, empathetically, and wholeheartedly. Oh, adventure, you are too kind. Gracious, generous, kind. Yes, yes, kind and possessing the strength of 100 kobolds. Yes, 100 kobolds. You do not need Gigu's help. No, you do not. Good luck fighting Zoga, adventurer. Await words of your triumph, your victory, your success. Okay, so now we have them. Fortune favors the kobold, which you can't do quite yet. I'll do this one next, because I believe that leads us to the Shahagan. Yes, the one Commander Ricky said to expect then. I'm Wilfric, a private with the Commandeer of Foreign Levy. As you can see, there ain't much for me to coordinate. The fishbacks have made a good mess of the ship. Seems barely a handful of buggers what were sailing on it made it back to ashore alive. But where am I? Where is Robin? Where is my son? Now you just calm yourself down, good wife. You'll have your boy back in your arms before you can spit up another lungful of seawater. The tide's been merciful to a fortunate few like the good wives here, and carried them all the way back to the beach. Here, you'll be needing some of the medicinal supplies for the bleeding and the injured. Take a walk around the coast and help them as they ain't beyond helping. Thank you. Which of the 7 heavens is this? Bloodshore? Oh. I made it. One moment we were sailing along happy as can be. The next, I'm struggling to keep my head above the waves. My shoulder, it burns. Don't take my arm, I'm begging you. I can feel my fingers again. Those gutless fishbacks. They were over the rail and swinging before I could even slam out a prayer to the navigator. Waves slammed me into the rocks. They cut me some. Is it bad? Okay, we'll give him a field potion. Thanks. I feel much stronger now. All I remember is the impact of like bloody thunder and the deck lurching beneath my feet. Then they claim aboard. Okay. You saved some lives this day, lad. It's a terrible thing that happened. You take what solace you can in these little victories. Not that any amount of solace can have me forgiven those blasted fishbacks. Expect attacks on the Navy. That's what you sign up for. But thinking a civilian ship with women and children aboard? Just shocking to have ice water for blood, I tell you. No, not my little Robin. Me condolences, good wife. I know how hard this must... Leviathan scaly ass. Arse. Shahagan, here. What, you didn't get your fill slaughtered out from the start? If you want to finish the job you started, then you best start with me. Come. Robin. My dear, darling Robin. There you are. Oh, my dear Robin, you're safe. Think to 12 above. The lad's alive. What manner of fishback trickery is this? I'm fine, if a bit wet. Thought I might sink right back to the bottom of the sea, then some nice fishermen came and saved me. They were not like the scaly ones that came after our ship. Sorry, said all fishermen are nasty. Isn't that odd? Might I ask you a favor? I found this necklace at the bottom of the little boat that the nice fishermen used to carry me out the shore. I'm certain it's one of theirs. I'll take it back to him, and I think my mom would like that. Could you maybe return it for me? The last I saw, they were swimming toward western Los Lancia. Must be where they live. I wonder if their houses are made of seaweed. Ah, you returned. Tell me, we were able to identify our intruders? Men who look like jellyfish. You say that there were Captain Madison and his crew. That is decidedly odd. I know better than to doubt you. I'll have the bodies retrieved for study. You might better prepare to face the enemies in the future. Your work here is done, friend. Make your way to Airport. Comrade Wellner awaits news there. Well, doubtless you'll be glad of your first-hand account. Pretty sure I got another quest over here too. Oh, there's so much shit. Okay. I've already received word of your success. You do not disappoint, Lions. Sir, a body has arrived for inspection. This thing used to be a man. Gotta be good. How did this happen? A sight to turn the stomach. That's all I had been eaten. My lady, thank you for granting us your valuable time and experience. Commodore, allow me to introduce Miss Sienna, furthermost amongst Professor Labinet's students. Let us not stand on ceremony, friends. This man's unnatural form can be attributed, I believe, to the excess absorption of water aspect of the ether. A living being can only absorb a certain quality of the ether before suffering adverse effects. To be altered so drastically requires a fatal dose, yet our subject has lived long enough to be struck down. A peculiar case indeed. I've heard that the primal creates thralls by showering mortals with its own ether. Could this be an extension of that process? I dare say you've struck the mark, Commodore. If being exposed once to a primal's ether is enough to corrupt the mind, it's possible that repeated exposure corrupts the flesh. Madison and his crew had failed to hold Sastasha for their Shahagan overlords. I suspect this was their punishment. The fishback's depravity knows no bounds. I think that creatures capable of such cruelty lurk nearby. I shouldn't get another wink of sleep while I'm here. Have no fear, my lady. My yellow jackets are sworn to protect the Airport and her denizens. And in light of recent developments, you may be certain that we will redouble our vigilance. Your words give me heart, Commodore. And as previously agreed upon, my way to payment for my services, I shall hold on to this specimen for my research. Sounds a little fucked up. My first genuine assignment under Master Mimidoa, and now this, whatever I do deserves such a fate. But where are my manners? I am Demanda, a smith recently an employee of Nadric and Familias. I arrived in these parts on a few days past to assist in the restoration of Ferris Ceres. That I expected my arrival to be greeted with that godforsaken song, a song I thought confined to my worst nightmares, as I speak of the grim serenade of the foul sea witch which lured my poor father into a watery demise so many years ago. So I stand here with idle hands, powerless to avenge his death, powerless to repay my debt to Master Mimidoa. As my father's mentor as he now is mine. The agony of it is, if only my brother were here, he would see to it that... But alas, my brother remains lost to sea. You are an adventurer, are you not? Perhaps you are able to defeat the siren. Yes, you must. If not for me, then all the sailors who seek safe passage across the threatening seas. Seek out Master Mimidoa at the pier. You'll find him gazing grimly at the direction of Ferris Ceres, lamenting our fate. Okay, so we got another dungeon. So many dungeons. Just so many fucking dungeons. head? Pretty sure it's a head. Okay, I'd appreciate it if you get this off of me. Are you, okay. Jesus Christ, come on. Okay, take care of the hands first, just because they're the most annoying. Gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do in that fight. The biggest thing, if I remember right, the only thing I gotta remember here is that he will summon those coffins, and we just want to stand in the way, out of the way of the mummies. If we do that, we're gonna be fine. Because if we get too many Curse of the Mummies, we lose control of our character. So we want to stand... Really, we don't want to stand anywhere here. don't even think I got anything worth it. Okay, whatever. I gotta commend. You're the one who calls out the commission, aren't you? Oh, sick. Walk softly. Non-intrusive first and systematic always. Never forget. Now then, who are you? Are the apprentice haulers? Yes, I'm Niniko. Why would anyone be looking for me? What? Ancient traps have been triggered. I had no idea. I alone ventured in the deepest sanction of the temple, for the work there requires the most delicate of touches. I completely oblivious to your commotion until you came. All the members of my expedition. Please tell me they are safe. Scarcely any survivors. Gods be good. I had known when we were to come to a dangerous place, but all of their lives? There's neither time nor place for mourning. Let's quit this place. I have a duty to notify the backers of this incident. Meanwhile, might I ask you to go and tell Popo and Sensei I am fine? Oh, I put me over here. Fuck. Alright, so... You know what? Let's go over here real quick. Couldn't make this easy on me, could ya? So maybe Doa's down here. Okay, that should be the last one that I have currently unlocked. I had to do. Do that. This thing do that, but that's something really cute. Try this again. See how this goes. Long time no see, Mibidoa? Another issue, are you? No? No one says yes to that. Familiar face, though, come to think of it. You bear a striking resemblance to a brave lad I once met. Helped us chase off those goddamn sirens from Ferrociris, you did. What's that you say? Speak up, son. Years of hammer has taken their toll on my ears. Any road, you may not be half the hero your predecessor was, but you know the saying, any port in a storm. That's right. Damned if I can tell you why, but the Hellsborn hussy is back. She's running roughshod of the place with the crew of her song snares flunkies. Me and Manda, we're not to do but sit here on our asses till someone cleans the place out. Look, there's more than the reclamation project to me and the lass. That scurvy witch killed her father, when we prized students. I sort of vowed to myself to his name proud and restore the beacon, but these hands were made for hammer and not sussing with sirens. What say you follow in her forebear's footsteps and fight this one for old Mimidoa? I'll send word to David, the guard of the lighthouse. He'll tell you all you need to know. Normally, you could just take a boat over there, but I'm pretty sure I can just fly right there. Venture. Got out a moment too soon. The siren has holed herself up in the lantern chamber up atop the structure. The most direct route would be through the front door, but I fear the siren is already wise to our intention as opposed to their most formidable of her thralls to guard the entrance. My hope is to breach the foe's defenses and attack from below, the flood cellar. If you cannot win this battle for us, I know not who can. Go forth, friend. The Ferrociris might shine bright anew. Okay, so we have that dungeon unlocked. Wait, why is that one... Why do I have another one? Is that the hard mode? Yeah, I think that's a hard mode of the same dungeon. Alright. I'll grab that in a bit. If you come certain Valkreda of the Maelstrom, congratulations, you found her. Though I suppose the truth is, it is I who've been seeking you. Camp Skull Valley overlooks the Shahagan 4, the sea-soaking hordes right under the his bone nose. We're the damned against the rising tide of savagery. Okay, well... I'll grab all this later, because this is all side quest. This to do as well. What is the meaning of this trespass? I should scour you where you stand, finless one. You carry the necklace of Clutch Father Nov. How is it that you possess this cherished treasure? To come at the behest of the child he saved. Such unusual manners for a shore walker. You may pass. Seek out Clutch Father Nov, and ensure to keep your tone respectful. He's the elder of our clan. Rare to see a shore walker in our midst. I am Nav, Clutch Father of the clans of Spawning. Of the finless child, did you return my necklace, did he? No, I had no special reason to saving the boy. Only that as for the Shahagan, it says you shore walkers' offspring are considered the most precious of treasures. All that reside here are bound by ties of blood, all of the children of the Clutch Father. Only slightly less precious to me than my own spawn is that trinket you bring. It was a gift, commendation of our beloved matriarch. I thank you for returning it to me. We have saying, the favor of one is repaid by the gratitude of the Clutch. I welcome you into our home. Perhaps a modest banquet is in order. I do not know, however, if our spread will agree with your shorewalker's stomach. Okay, so he has his own quest we have to do. You witnessed the aftermath of the attack of the Strait of Melithor. Yes, I was indeed perpetrated by Shahagan. The individuals responsible are called the Coral Tridents. They reside in the Saspa spawning grounds and are known amongst our people as volatile and fanatical faction. We had hoped to prevent them from ever reaching the vessel, but alas, the current was not in our favor. Foolishness. Their actions only invite further violence through retaliation. What of Nov and his Clutch, you ask? We live apart from the spawning grounds and pursue a separate agenda. I did not claim to understand the structure of your civilization, but for us Shahagan, each clan of Clutch maintenance is led by a single Clutch Father. The Indigo Matriarch, which you might call our queen, bestows each clutch of her eggs upon only the bravest and most seasoned warriors. It is in the Clutch Father's duty to raise and instruct his charges in the ways of our people. For this cycle to continue, the Matriarch must have a secured environment in which to bear her offspring, but we chose to make this land our home. It's unfortunate that the Saspa spawning grounds have become the locus of such conflict. If only more shore walkers were like you and spent a moment to understand our situation. Clutch Father, I need your Clutch counsel? What have I taught you, Sue? Shahagan does not frail and splash about. He rolls with the waves and rides with the currents. Forgive me, Clutch Father. It is few. Our sixth youngest brother. What of him? He has left the nursery without permission. He spoke of talking sense into the Coral Tridents. His brain is as soft as the spawning scales. But at a time like this, when I cannot afford to take my eyes off the rest of the Clutch. Though our stance towards each other is not yet clear, Shorewalker, I would ask a boon of you. Save my foolish son. Sue here will have more to say on the subject, I am sure. Okay. So we can talk to you real quick. You have no scales, and your Clutch Father seems to trust you. I shall do the same. As you just heard, our brother Pew has taken upon himself to educate the Coral Tridents. He's one of the more impetuous Sprawn brothers, and yet young. He shall not realize the peril he puts himself in. The Tridents will not listen to Pew's reasoning. They will laugh and they will impale him on his spheres. Please bring Pew back to safety, to the nursery. By now, he should have some distance across the land base closer to the North Tridegate. Okay, so where... It says over here? Rescued by a shore walker. What about to clutch Father Nav? Spawn brother Sue sent you to bid you come to my aid. I do not understand these Coral Trident warriors. They scarce opened up my maw before they proceeded to beat me bloody. The Clutch Father always says the currents of discussion carry us to enlightenment. It seems the words of a spawning count for little and less. I simply wanted to put into practice what my clutch mates and I have been taught. Now I suddenly faced a punishment in addition to my beating. Okay, so we head back over here. Welcome back, Shorewalker. You were kind to endanger yourself, though we owe you, though you owe no such loyalty. Pew will appropriately discipline for his reckless actions. Now more than ever, the Shahagan must act with caution and wisdom. Many of our people reside peacefully within our city in the Indigo Deep, but our civilization faces a steady and treacherous decline. We must venture into the land to secure spawning grounds to lay our eggs, and build nurseries to raise our young. It's an essential element of our breeding cycle. It's an instinct too powerful to ignore. Our traditional spawning grounds were, however, annihilated in the calamity, so we were forced to seize this new location, a region the Finless ones called the Western Los Lancia. It's not surprising that the Shorewalkers view our sudden aggressive expansion as not more than an invasion, but a seemingly unprovoked attack on their territory is in truth a desperate struggle for survival. Without this land, without a place to rear offspring, the Shahagan race is doomed. We are in no position to wage war against the Shorewalkers. We must attempt to parley and learn to exist side by side. The Coral Tridents, as you have no doubt realized, do not comprehend the merits of diplomatic approach. They seek only to control the weak of mind, those like their brutish serpent reavers, and slaughter all others who oppose them. Do not mistake me for a traitor to my kind. I hold no love for the Finless ones. I shed no salty tears when the great Leviathan is summoned in the world of the whirl. I see that, thank you. Gathers new drowned shore walkers to his fold. But conflict with your people is not the answer to our woes. We must look beyond the present and ensure calmer waters in which the future of our race can thrive. Shorewalker, your arrival is a precious gift. I would have you become the first stone in the bridge I hope to build between our peoples and the rock which blunts the blindest spears of the Coral Tridents. I pray you lend us your aid. I swear myself to your cause. Your presence is the most welcome, Shorewalker. My warriors are eager but lack the experience to engage such vicious opponents as the Coral Tridents. We hope the Zealots advance at the shoreline and begin to repair the damage they have done to our chance at peace. There is much work ahead, and together we can put an end to this meaningless bloodshed. Okay, so that should give us access to the Shahagan Beast Tribe quest. So, we might as well go and do this real quick. Okay, so we have that unlocked. Which we'll do shortly. Let's go ahead and get this unlocked as well. Line of the Signs. Am I glad I'm able to see you? I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Mughals' monarch? As your previous disposal of the king, Kublai approached the Mughals' guard and attempted to convince them of the error of their ways. Fortunately, Pierce's effort at persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries reportedly flew into a frenzy and focused their righteous indignation onto summoning a new summoning ritual. Perhaps it was an unwavering intensity of the Mughals' guard's prayers, but the king has returned to the forest enveloped in almost blinding aura of majesty. Kublai tells me that this daunting maniacal avatar has taken to calling himself Great King Mughal 12. Suffice to say that the Elder Seedseer is willing to condone a necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell within the 12's Wood, it's been decided the king must fall. A certain member of the 12's Elder Seedseer's personal guard has personally escorted Kublai to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Among those with the ability to see the Mughals are often in high demand, but considering the urgency of your mission, our leaders felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you are able. Kublai awaits you in the Brimble Patch in the East Shroud. Okay, so let's head over there real quick. I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago, I had a stern word with the Moogle's Guard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality, but they insisted that intimidating force that is good King Moogle XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Moogle's Guard are afraid, Kupo, afraid of what the forest has changed, afraid of the ever-ending conflict, afraid that we Moogles have no place in this new world. I'm scared of all these things too, but the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the Twelveswood scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with them firmly before this goes too far. A measured thrashing, of course, nothing too brutal. You can throw and march here, through the tear that I made in the ward. Take care, good fortune. In the meantime, I will let the others know that good King Moogle XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne, Kupo. And now we have the extreme version of the fight, which that's gonna be fun. Okay, what else? We're working on that. We'll do that. That's the main story. Okay, come on. The queue finally drops, and I'm in the middle of a loading screen, which is always fun. Okay, seriously, there we go. Jeez. I'm gonna hurt the pony. Gonna hurt the pony. Got to. It's how you knock him. You gotta knock him off his horse. So far, so good. We're not really running into any problems. Rush time. 'Cause I'm pretty sure if that goes off, we're dead. Woo! That was super close. Probably go knock out that real quick. Even though we are here. Yeah, let's go. Black Shroud, Quarry Mill. Your bravery before the Dark Divinity was commendable, adventure. I'm relieved that you escaped the battle with your life. It was not for nothing, I might add. Brother Isumi Yan and I have observed something remarkable. Though I should like to discuss it with him present. See how he comes. Lions, I am honored to have seen you fight. I can scarcely wait to tell this Sylphie how the Warrior of Light overcame the terror of the Shroud. No doubt the girl will smile to hear of your valor. But no doubt you are keen to learn more about the Dark Divinity. Very well, I shall share with you what I gleaned in observing your battle. To begin, filling a primal allows the aether of their physical manifestation to return to the land. This much you know, yes? Odin seems to be subject of the selfsame law, yet his sword, the Zantensuken, remains even if his body vanishes. Thus we thought to examine the blade, and in so doing found that its etheric density is unimaginably high. Now, we had always assumed the being who brandished the weapon was Odin, but if we erred, what if the sword Zantensuken is in fact itself the Dark Divinity, an unforeseen conclusion that one clarifies much of the primal. Indeed, that would explain why Odin has never truly fallen. No one has sought to destroy the blade, and if Zantensuken is the primal, could it not conjure itself a new wielder? Yet, just as if Ifrit's tempered or Leviathan's drowned, Odin must have his sundered to offer crystals in his name. Unless he drinks the Shroud's ether, such a weak source of power could be why it takes time for the Dark Divinity to manifest again. The Sea Adventure. Our theory accounts nearly nicely for 2 of the mysteries which so long surrounded the primal. And yet, as Pepsi hints, a 3rd mystery remains. If there are no sundered, how does Odin sustain himself? I can't imagine the wishes of those who first summoned him were so strong as to echo throughout the centuries. Brother, I do not think our history is flawed. The discovery makes clear the holes in what we have so long believed of the primals. We must revisit the being with a keener eye. I will inform Master Oriange of what we have gleaned here, Adventure. I urge you to do the same should something else of Odin occur to you. But today is a victory, all the same. We have this set Sukin, and the mysteries shall remain pale in import to the act of locking the primal away. With any luck, we can seal the sword and the Dark Divinity ride. Brothers, something terrible has happened. Zatensuken is gone. One of my own men has stolen away with the blade, and left nearly a trace to track his flight. Never dreamed he would do such a thing. I stayed my hand too long to stop him. What? Are your men so disloyal as to rob you? Tell me, Lewin, why would someone do such a thing? Forgive me, brother, but I cannot say. I'm just as astonished as you. The thief was a sworn man of the God's Quiver, true as any Gridanian arrow. Moreover, what could he stand to gain by stealing so fell a blade? If the soul of the thief was stolen along with the blade, it is within the power of all primals to bend mortals to their will. If Zatensuken and Odin are one and the same, then the sword may control the now sundered man. Is that not right, brother? That is indeed possible. Gods, how could I have been so blind? Bowler to Wen, it is I who need to apologize. Had I been more weary and foreseen this, instead I have cost us dearly, and placed you and your men in great danger. Let us not cry over lost swords. Boward Lewin, send forth the God's Quiver and the Wood Whalers to scour the shroud. Brother Pepsi, I will devote ourselves to devising a way to fell Odin from the Zatensuken is ours again. Yes, brother, indeed. It'd be a poor thing to have the blade in our grasp and no way to destroy it, or dull its bite. Venture, I will call upon you again when we have something to show for our efforts. Till then, go in peace. That should be done. So we also should have new stuff over here. Take that off. Paraceros. There we go. Queue up for that real quick. Am I dumb? No. I gotta go to Rowena, who's over here. Our friend in Nedrix, are you? You must be the adventurer of some skill. Our business relies on capable people such as you. As a gesture of goodwill, I'm going to share with you a morsel of information. There's a bloke named Geralt. Makes his living in weapons and armor and whatnot. They say his skill is the finest in all the realm. Might as be it's gone to his head, though. Folks don't take to the man, if you get my meaning. Oh, and he likes to drink and all. Bloody Belgrad himself in the forge, though. As a young lad, he would cast out on his ear by his master for the crime of crafting finer wares, and that while pissed drunk. Ever since, he roamed here and there, earning his keep day to day. I've known Geralt ever since I landed in this business. I ain't seen him for a while, though. Last time I did, that old fool had tears in his eyes and snot dripping in his nose. Fallen on hard times, he said. Asked for a bit of coin to tide him over. Never paid me back, neither. Can't say for sure where he is now. Seems to remember hearing he was in the old Black Shroud, putting up at Hertzmill or some such place. I'll do well to commission his work. He's even reforged the relics of old if you make it worth his while. There ain't no other in the Orza who could do that. If it's relics you care about, it's a promise of payment which might catch your fancy. It don't look like much, but it'll get old Geralt fired up his forge. How much I could promise. Okay, so that's for the ultimate weapon, which I really don't want to do. Ultimate weapon is kind of... I mean, it's not that it's not worth doing, but I don't want to do it right now. During your fight? How would you help an outsider who, when your problems are your own? Okay, so they're not keen on helping us. Far above me. I've heard tales of your strength, that if you are strong, why not fight your own battles? Yeah, they're being dicks. The answer to the no, none other. Be gone, outsiders. No place for you here. You fight for whom we want to fight. When we fight when we want to fight. It's so difficult for an outsider to understand. You've returned. I have you to leave me. I am first and foremost known to my people, and their needs concern me more than yours. Okay, well that's... I guess we can grab that later. That seems like just like a side quest. So what do we have? Straight out of Albathia. Okay, get back to Remnant's Soul we go, I guess. So where are you at? Since we're already here, we might as well grab the Magitech difficulties as well, since I know that's here. Adventure, you've come from the main camp. We feared their message did not reach you in time. The harassment of the Gigas grow daily and... Alright, so you were saying? Phew, that was a close call. Thinks Azima that you were about. Better return to my work. She never waits. Your reputation precedes you, Lions. The Gigas, I hear. The rest should keep their distance for now. The Gigas were part of a tribe of Abalthea's spine, supported by, uprooted by the Calamity. We seek knowledge of the ground. They seek a new home upon that ground. Afraid cannot be avoided. Really? It seems that our trouble with the Gigas outlives the troublemakers themselves. The creature stole some research documents of all things. We have underestimated them. Or how do they steal such a thing? What hidden aspects do they have? We must know of their ways. Since observation is out of the question, we just collect artifacts. Dalek's razor dictates that we go straight into the source, Gigas. Your task is to slay for them and collect anything of interest upon their persons. Alright. Doesn't seem so bad. Just need one more. Okay, so we killed about 5,000 enemies. That's not too bad. Let's see if I can actually remember this fight. I think he's got a couple things that could actually insta-kill us if we're not careful. Well, that's fun. Yeah, and I think it's a pretty much straight shot for Siren. God damn it. Really? That's fun. Okay, what am I loading into? Was that just do the dungeon, or did I actually have to turn something in? I don't know. We'll find out. You return, so you've not been idle. Did you find anything of note? What's this? Pieces of crystal. I don't understand why you would... Oh, they're all carved to some degree. Interesting. They each have a certain statuesque quality to them. This one in particular is recognizable. It is crude, but the likeness of the crystal tower. I can see the Gyga's taking the time to shape that thing solely for amusement. I'd almost forgotten, but there were two reports 2 months ago from another party molested by Gygas. They too encountered such a crystal. In their studies of it, they made out 2 words, holy place. The Gygas might venerate the crystal tower, so I explained their migration following the calamity as well. Lions, will you observe the Gygas from a place well hid, after placing this likeness in plain sight? We naturalists lack the necessary training to risk such an observation, but I have every confidence you will remain undetected. Alright. So we have to put this down. You observed them, but I would not give this to have been there. What manner of thing did you see? This is from the documents reported lost to the Gygas. We thought it had been carried off pale mail, but you say that one looked like the chief among them had it. He tore a sketch of the crystal tower from the records and kept it as a precious thing. We must conclude the tower is indeed holy to them. Guys have been known to lead other giantkin, for they have the cleverness of it. If they can lead, they can create an army. If they can worship, they can start a crusade. So our history tells us. These are matters we must be mindful of. Thank you, Lions, for risking much for this knowledge. My equipment's getting in pretty rough shape, too. So I'm going to repair that at some point. Let's go to this other quest, the Magitechnical difficulties. And then, once I start knocking some of this out, what I want to do is kind of just go around and getting all the side quests that I haven't completed yet done. So we have the Magitech Oscillator. Let's take a quick look around here. Would it be in the building? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you could have lived if you just left me alone. Welcome back. Still attending the business in the workshop. Yep. So we need to go into Sid's workshop again. As soon as the game lets me. There we go. Let me guess. You're lost. No, broken. No. Trade in for magical beans and the parts we need. Well, color me mildly impressed. I was half expecting the worst and got, well, less than the worst. Don't get all giddy on me now. You're still not half off the hook for stealing away Master Garlon. But I'll admit I'm beginning to see why we might feel the need to latch himself onto an adventure like he might a stray puppy. Alright, let's see if I can't salvage this mess of a masterpiece. I think that's it. Both Magitech and Photon Cannons should be operational. That said, I'm no Garlean. There's no third eye hidden under these lovely locks. It's a great deal I don't know about their machina. I can't guarantee the cannons won't misfire, but then again, misfire is better than no fire, eh? Even so, I wouldn't recommend using the weapons in actual battle. Speaking of fire, it's high time I got back into the ironworks. Patching up those cannons to give me a few ideas. Take a good look at that armor. You'll have me to answer to, Lions. Your Magitech armor, Magitech, and your Magitech armors, Magitech, and Photon Cannons are now operational. They can be accessed versus the pet hotbar when riding your mount, but please note that these weapons only do not employ lethal force and will have no effect in combat. Lame. I wanted to shoot everything. Okay, what is it? 7:30. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end it here for Final Fantasy. And then, get myself something to eat real quick. And then, here's what I'm gonna do after that. I'm going to turn this in. Be sure that's Apador key card. Okay. Let's see what they say. Where's Niniko? You better have good news, or I'll let my brother do this his way. Dear brothers. I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry, but as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Niniko, we've been so worried about you. We feared the worst. It's so good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party, and we were able to rescue the survivors. Niniko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expeditions. Those Beldaeans were real bastards about booby traps. It's not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her. Brothers, you forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You're right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it safe. All you need is to believe. You must look to the causes, the twin causes, of today's incident. The people's belief that within lies magical ruins, relics in the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every cavern, and we'll let it be known it's no ordinary danger that awaits. The Order of Nathal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed. The tales of looters found horribly dead afterwards are baseless. It should give instant credence to the opposite and end the looting, at least for a while. Niniko, you're brilliant. I may be the strongest one, but you got the goods upstairs. Right where you are about our sister, puny brother. I'm not going to stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the gristle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That is what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders despoil the place. The ruins are not a mine to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, let them join the Miners Guild and toil for them. Alright, I still got a crap ton of stuff to do. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that next time.